Hello, I'm René Knecht from Differentiation Selling, and I have a question for you. Why are entrepreneurs so bad salespeople? That is because they are enthusiastic, they are delighted, ecstatic. And that's normal. I can also talk about selling, sales techniques and strategies the whole day. But when you are ecstatic, enthusiastic, you give everything away. You give process away. And this doesn't work. Remember, a sales transaction will only occur in a two-way interaction process. And if there's no interaction, there will be no sales. And to help you to deal with this problem, I give you a sales tip. Suppose that you have acquired your first lead and that you are invited by the client or prospect. And you are very well received. They serve you coffee, they are very friendly, and they ask, we have heard good things about you, and we have let you come to hear or examine how you could possibly help us with this ... problem. We have let you come because we think maybe you can help us with this issue. How would you solve this problem? Is that positive? Do you become enthusiastic? What will happen if you're enthusiastic? You start telling. And probably the customer will listen, or at least you hope he will. And so far it is okay. But then something will happen. The customer starts to form his own opinion. Or he starts to compare your ideas with what he already knows. And what is worse than trying to convince somebody who has already formed an earlier opinion? That doesn't work. Selling is not telling. And for most people or customers, the status quo remains the safest option. The status quo is always stronger than change. Therefore, the status quo is also stronger than your solution, because your solution is also a change. For example, a change in a vision, a change in a business process, a change in the way a supplier works, a new relationship. So at the end of your presentation, the customer will thank you for coming, and he will make the sincere promise to discuss your proposition internally and to come back to you the following week. What will happen next? I can assure you that nothing will happen. When you call the customer back, he is in a meeting. And if you can manage to speak to him, he will sincerely promise to discuss your proposal internally, but next month or after the summer holidays. Or he will ask you to call back in January. That's the way the status quo forces are working. It's natural. So, how do you break the status quo? How can you deal with customers reluctant to change? And the answer is by managing the sales process as a transformation process. And how do you do this? That is what you learn in the Differentiation Selling Training Program. In this program, you learn how to get a differentiation in the buying criteria of the customer. You're influencing the buying criteria of the customer. And that is exactly what successful salesmen do. And you can learn these skills too. I'll give you already one tip. For example, if you are in interaction with the customer and the customer is asking you, I've let you come to hear you how you could help us with that issue, that problem, you could answer, okay, I have a lot of things to show you about it. However, before I start, I'd like you to ask a small question. What is the reason that you are looking for that kind of solution? What is the reason that you are looking for this technology? Or what made you decide to look for a new supplier? And now you listen. You ask these questions in a neutral way, as an advisor who is really interested in helping the client and who needs first a better understanding. You will be surprised how open the customer can be after such a question. He starts revealing very important information and even sometimes secret information. An interaction dialogue will arise. I have one remark. You can only ask such a question at the beginning of the conversation, not after giving everything away in your pitch. That doesn't work. Then you will have lost all your influence. I hope this tip will help you to succeed in your first sales visits, and I wish you all the best and a good selling.